Back everyone to Boston Crab Wrestling. My name is Jason. I'm joined alongside, as always, with Matt, Tom, and Lewis. And today we got Royal Rumble predictions, but with a slight twist. We're going to do Would You Rather edition. So the first question we're going to propose is, would you rather Gunther win the Royal Rumble or would you rather Roman Reigns win the Rumble? I'll start. I'd rather see Gunther win the Royal Rumble. He just retired the GOAT in John Cena, and he's the most hated man in professional wrestling. I feel like you got to capitalize on that. It definitely gets a crowd reaction. The crowd will boo Gunther out of the building, especially if he's pointing to the WrestleMania sign. I think that's just the perfect decision to go with right now.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with that. As much as I love Roman Reigns and I would love to see him win, he's probably who I'm rooting for. I think Gunther might make more sense in this very moment.
I have to just disagree because you want the Royal Rumble to be somewhat of a fun occasion. You don't really want like the biggest heel in the company to win it. I think it would make more sense to have Roman Reigns win it. And if you want, you can then, I guess, turn him heel while doing that. And you can go a different direction with it. I don't think it makes sense for Gunther to win it right now.
I agree with Matt, but I think it's for a different reason. I think when it comes to Roman Reigns' arguably like GOAT caliber career, the biggest stain on it is his first Royal Rumble win in 2015. And I think if you give him the Royal Rumble win this year, you have an opportunity to give him a Royal Rumble win that's looked back on more fondly. And when you show his like Hall of Fame package, you could show that Rumble instead of the 2015 Rumble.
Mhm.
All right. That's a good point.
It's a good
But
point. But
what I'm
at
gonna
the
say
same
is I
time,
think Gunther needs that big dominant win. And I know he had the IC title for what, 600 something days. He had the world title, whatever. But I just don't think any of that really clicked quite as well as they wanted with the audience. I think he needs that dominant win, and I think he needs to, if he's gonna win this, he's got to go on to WrestleMania and win the whole thing.
I agree
I
with what
just
Tom said.
yeah.
I think he needs that crowning achievement. Like you look at the resume, like you said, he's got the Intercontinental title reign, the longest one ever. He's got two world title reigns, but I feel like he's just missing that one last piece. I feel like having the Royal Rumble winner is just like a perfect feather in his cap.
I don't think he needs it though. Like not in forever, right? Like he could win it eventually, but this year it just wouldn't make any sense. He just retired John Cena. He's probably gonna retire AJ Styles at the Royal Rumble.
God.
Like it, I okay. I just don't think it makes sense right now to give him the Royal Rumble on top of those two things. You can have him go for a world title without the Royal Rumble and still give it to Roman Reigns and tell a good story because Roman Reigns' character is at its absolute best when he's in the main event fighting for championships and being champion. And the best way to do that is win the Royal Rumble because then you can tell the main event story of WrestleMania with Roman Reigns in it.
Also, I gotta say, would you rather see Roman Reigns, fight Drew McIntyre or CM Punk, or would you rather see Gunther do it? I just feel like a bigger WrestleMania match would be Drew and Roman or Drew and Punk, as opposed to Gunther and Punk or Gunther and Drew.
That,
Especially
that
Drew and Gunther, I feel like would be a little awkward for Wrestlemania.
I
yeah,
disagree.
It's already
I
happened on
think
WrestleMania, but
Exactly, but I feel like it
I
would be
think
two heels. The dynamic could be
yeah.
kind of awkward.
right.
See,
I
that's the thing
think
about this. But what about Roman Reigns? Like, I feel like Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre is a little awkward too. You can have Roman Reigns be a face right now. You're gonna have him go up
Well,
against CM Punk again.
I kind
I
of
don't know.
I think
Good.
Roman Reigns is kind of like a tweener, like how Stone Cold was in the Attitude Era. Like Roman Reigns isn't a baby face right now, but he isn't really a heel right now either. He's just Roman Reigns.
You could also just fully switch Drew McIntyre babyface for
I
this.
agree.
Yeah,
If you
I
want to tell Roman as the back as the tribal chief and the evil bad guy, Drew McIntyre, everyone loves Drew McIntyre right now. They just can't appreciate it because he's a bad guy. If you were to just like switch his mentality very quickly, I think everyone would still love him. He'd be the biggest babyface in the company, and then you could have Roman be the top heel going into WrestleMania. Like you could tell a great story there.
See, I agree with what Matt said. At the same time, you can make Drew a good guy and have Gunther, who is literally the biggest heel in the company, go up. I feel like that's perfect. I mean, they've
Yeah.
already, like you said, they've already had a match at WrestleMania that included Sheamus. You take that out, I think you got match of the year right there, Drew and Gunther,
Yeah, but what would
especially
I
in the
just
main event. It'll steal the show.
I just
Roman and McIntyre would be much better.
Yeah, I just feel like those
Right.
two names are so much like bigger, like together, like Drew and Roman. That's like Clash of the Titans right there.
It's also
I
That's
just don't
WrestleMania
think
if I've
that's
ever
gonna
heard of
be. I
WrestleMania.
I just don't think that's going to be the main event regardless. I don't think Drew's going to be in the main event at this very moment.
I absolutely think Drew's the main event right now. He's the
I think he should be, but I don't think he's going to be, unfortunately.
he absolutely could be. And let's say hypothetically they
Um,
bring The Rock back, which they may or may not
oh,
do. If they bring The
forget
Rock
it, dude.
back, that's the perfect way to turn Roman fully heel because everyone right now hates The Rock. So if they were to hypothetically do that, you have the biggest story going into WrestleMania where it's heel Roman versus babyface McIntyre, but this time McIntyre has the advantage. It's a flip of what they had a few years ago.
Our second would you rather is would you rather Jey Uso go back to back winning Royal Rumbles or Sami Zayn win the Royal Rumble? I will go first. Give me Jey Uso back to back. Why not? I want to see some chaotic stuff happen on social media. I feel like Jay would be lighting the world on fire.
Shout out Chaotic Wrestling. But anyways, Jey Uso winning the 2025 Royal Rumble was one of the worst decisions in modern wrestling history. That was god awful. The most stacked Rumble in history, perhaps you could say, or at least top five. And you got Jey Uso winning and one of the worst WrestleMania World Title matches I've ever seen. No, never again. Give me Sami Zayn. At least it would be a different winner.
As awful as Jey Uso winning the Royal Rumble was, it's Sami Zayn. There is literally nothing on this planet that is worse than Sami Zayn.
Name's Jey Uso.
But
I mean nothing. Nothing.
this is like asking, would you rather be burned alive or drowned?
Yeah, fair.
Either way, you're losing here, but I guess I'm gonna have to go with Sami Zayn because I cannot see Jey Uso going back to back like Cody Rhodes did. If that happens, the
Sell the
WWE
company.
Universe will explode.
That's
It's
why
Sami
that's why it would
Zayn.
be kind of funny if it would happen.
It's Sami
No,
Zayn.
They'd sell the company if that happens.
come on,
Just give
They already
up.
did sell
stop
the
it.
company.
Sell it
Sami
again.
Zayn.
They'll sell it again.
Sami
Dude.
Zayn is like a wet fart. Just ruins your day.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Next up for the would you rather, it's would you rather Chris Jericho enter the Royal Rumble or Jeff Hardy enter the Royal Rumble?
I want Jeff Hardy to enter the Royal Rumble. He's one of my all-time favorites. Bigger than Obama in 2008. Guy's unbelievable. I think it would be awesome.
Yeah, I agree with Matt here.
You know, as much as I love Jeff Hardy, I feel like if we're talking about the Royal Rumble, like a single return, it should be Y2J. He's been out of the WWE for a while himself, and I feel like if you're going to bring back Jeff Hardy, he's going to come alongside Matt Hardy. So I just much rather see Y2J.
You know what, Matt? You know what, No Sedge? You know what happens to stupid idiots that don't want Chris Jericho to come back?
No. No.
Just
Stop.
make the last.
No.
Is going to do it for our Royal Rumble would you rather predictions. Let us know down in the comments down below which would you rather would you pick and defend your reasoning in the comments. That's going to do it for us. We'll catch you guys next time. Peace.